I'm gonna try to do a one take on, so your trailer creaks and pops when you turn it and go over bumps and all sorts of crazy noises. This is on a double axle bass boat trailer, and this is universally true for pretty much every double axle trailer, whether it be an RV, a flatbed, a boat. You're gonna see this all over. So these are the factory shackles, and they come with plastic bushings on the inside, and those bushings last approximately 5 minutes before they start coming apart, which is not surprising. This is a 5,000 pound setup riding on plastic bushings. Basically, you can see what they do. They wear out probably instantaneously, but they're quiet from the factory and cheap. So that goes through there, leaf spring connects to that side, and this is the equalizer. So I'll show you what that looks like on the trailer. But Dexter makes what's called a wet kit, and what that is it's basically the same equalizer dimensions, and instead of using a plastic bushing, it uses a bronze bushing, and those bronze bushings have holes in them so you can grease them with grease. Same way that the shackles, which are dramatically thicker, are hollow bolts, drilled bolts that you can grease those same bushings. And far superior design, should basically never need replaced so long as you keep grease in them. And I'll show you what these look like on the trailer. But every single bushing on this trailer, which is not very old, is completely shot. So not great. Basically, I did the center first. You just start taking stuff apart and pulling things out, and I'm supporting the frame rails with jacks, stands, and the outside hangers being connected was enough to keep this suspended, and you can put a jack underneath the axle to support those to get them get everything centered up. But pretty straightforward. I pre-greased the bushings before I pushed them into the leaf springs, which helped considerably. And I also pre-greased all the bolts before I put them together. I also put blue Loctite on the studs, and I just need to squeeze some grease into the backside. I put the grease zerks on the inside so that when the tires are on, this should be a little bit easier to either climb underneath or at least reach through or around the tire and push it onto the backside. But pretty straightforward. I would heavily recommend doing this to basically any trailer. I've seen some horror stories, or horror pictures if you will, of these wearing out, and basically if one of these lets go, it's not hard to imagine what would happen. An entire axle would potentially just rip out from underneath the trailer, or it's going to collapse, and you know, you're gonna have a ton of sparks and a ton of smoke from tires rubbing. But anyway, highly recommend. Again, this is a Dexter like wet HD kit, they call it. I'll put a link in the description.